So I'm Scornaienchi. I'm the president and CEO of Agency59. We're an advertising agency here in Toronto, Canada. In terms of education, I went to Western in London, Ontario. I sort of took a general business degree there. At that stage in my life, like a lot of young people, I had no idea what I wanted to do. I really didn't know that I was going to end up in advertising. In fact, I was thinking maybe I'd end up trying to become a bank branch manager or possibly even pursue accounting. I wasn't sure. In the end, what happened was, by accident, I stumbled across a job interview at J. Walter Thompson, which at the time was Canada's largest ad agency, and instantly I knew that that was the place for me, that advertising was sort of, the thing that I was going to do for the rest of my life. But up until that job interview, I did not know what I was going to do. So it's funny how sometimes luck steers you in the right direction. I think what it is there are very few professions where you get a true mix of creativity and business. So I don't have the talent to be an artist per se, but at least in this industry, there is a lot of creativity, and it merges with running a business and trying to help our clients be more successful in their businesses, right? So it's the perfect hybrid for me, somebody who has a business degree and yet likes to dabble a little bit with items of creativity. So it's a nice hybrid. One of the great things about working in an agency is it's pretty unpredictable what might happen in a day, or what I might be working on, literally what any of the staff in the company might be working on in a given day. So if we're in the midst of a new business pitch, that will by and large take up my day. If we might be doing a strategy session for a client. It could be a day with as many as 30 or 40 little 5-minute meetings, or it could be one 8-hour meeting. I mean, it's really hard to predict in advance, and that's most of the fun. The most rewarding for me personally are still when we do an amazing ad campaign. To me, that's actually more rewarding and more uplifting than even winning a big piece of business. I still get most excited when somehow we've been able to just deliver the best campaign possible. We're working on something right now with the Heart and Stroke Foundation that I'm just really wildly excited about, and I can't wait for it to get out there. On the stress side, I think probably the most difficult thing is when, for whatever reason, some of our clients aren't happy either with something that we're currently working on, or someone in the agency, and so I take that to heart, and it's difficult when you're trying to manage a difficult client situation. Those make for the most stressful times during the day. In a traditional sort of ad agency, there are kind of 3 main departments: the account management department, the creative department, and the media department, unless the media department is in a standalone company like a media agency. And the salary probably in the account management group would range between, a starting salary might range between $30,000 and $40,000 as a kind of ballpark range. About the same probably in media, and perhaps a little bit more in creative to start, depending on the portfolio of the creative team and what they have done wherever they were before they're coming to the agency. So it's not great in the early days, and I think actually, as strange as this might sound, there's a real service to the industry from that dynamic, which is we're attracting people who really want to work in advertising, as opposed to people who are landing that job simply because it pays a decent wage, right? So I think there's something really special about that. It's an industry that attracts a lot of young, bright, creative minds, and they're willing to sacrifice a bit of pay. And then the way the industry works is those who are good will survive, and those who are good will ultimately make a pretty fair wage. So a person who's been in the business for 5 or 10 years probably is making now as much, if not more, than if they had gone to pursued some other career path. So in the end, it kind of equalizes itself.